Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video I'm going to talk about the Bournemouth loss. As you just saw there along the ticker, Bournemouth bet Liverpool 3-2 with Amine Adelaide scoring a goal from a throw-in to the box, and this happened in the 95th minute. So I'll talk about the game. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched the highlights. I'm going to talk about Liverpool's recent form and just my overall thoughts on what we should do next. So yeah, I guess about that. So Liverpool were down 2-0 at half time. They bring on Endo, Robertson, I think Ekatike. Um, just get the Yeah, Ekatike came on, Rio Namoha came on, and Curtis Jones were the five substitutes that Arne Slot made. Kirky's got a 6.3, so not really good from him. He came off in the 46th minute, so just after half time. Gomez got injured and he got subbed on in the 35th minute, subbed off in the 35th minute for Wataru Endo, who came on. Endo's more of a midfielder. Like, why are we bringing on Endo? I guess we had Calvin Ramsey, but like he's probably not a centre midfielder. The right wing back or a right back. So yeah, it's a tough one when you get an injury, right? So we've now got Chiesa out, Kanate out, Bradley out, Leone out, Bajatek out, and Isak out. So yeah, I mean, Bournemouth have some key injuries such as Tyler Adams, uh, Ben Doak, David Brooks. Like they have some key injuries, key players that are out with injury, should I say. Um, Bournemouth have just won one of their last 13 Premier Leagues. Um, sit 15th, but rank 11th in the XG table. Um, so, you know, a team we should be beating, and we end up losing, albeit in the 95th minute. They scored a goal to go ahead, but we shouldn't even be drawing with them. Um, is my opinion. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. I mean, Iraola's a good manager. He did well with Bournemouth last year, but yeah, they're sitting 15th. They're on the cusp of relegation, and you go and lose to them when we're sitting in fourth. So now they're up into 13th with that win. Yeah, they were 15th. So they're now into 13th. So they're kind of safe from relegation. I mean, they're 10 points ahead of West Ham, who are in 18th, which is a relegation spot. Um, 15 points from Burnley and 20, 22 points from Wolves. So, you know, not ideal that we lost to them. We have Newcastle up next. Um, Arsenal have United, which is going to be with United coming off a win over Man City. That'll be interesting. But anyway, um, so yeah, my opinion is I think I'd I'd for Slot getting sacked. I know it's you don't wish it on anyone because it's someone losing their job, but he's gonna get paid out. He'll get paid out a decent amount too. Um, and maybe he goes back to the Netherlands and manages in the Eredivisie or picks up another club in the Premier League or elsewhere in Europe. Um, my replacement for him, I I really like Xabi Alonso. Um, he's a former Liverpool player. Uh, he's won Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. Did he win it with us in 2005? Was he a part of that squad? I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, he did win the Champions League in 2005. I thought he did. Um, but yeah, I think he's a great player. I think he did well at Leverkusen. He left Real Madrid by mutual consent because him and the ownership, him and Florentino Perez had a bit of a uh, disagreement from what I gather. So yeah, that's why he has left Real Madrid. I think he did well at Leverkusen, winning them a title, getting them out of relegation, out of a relegation spot too, might I add. So, um, he knows how to win. I'm not saying Slot doesn't. Um, Slot does know how to win. He's just won us the Premier League, but I think we need need a move because yeah, we're having a really bad run of form, and don't think it's not in a good position. Now, yes, we're still in Europe, and we should be looking at that as a positive. But for how long? United are 1 point ahead of us, behind us. Sorry. If they beat Arsenal, they go 2 points ahead of us. No, sorry, 1 point ahead of us. Yeah, they go 1 point ahead of us, and then who do we have? Newcastle. If we lose to Newcastle, can expand to 4 points ahead of us, and then it could just snowball, and we're in the we're in a Europa League spot. So yeah, we need to do something drastically. Whether it's buying a centre back, because that's one thing we're lacking. We were hoping to get Gahey in the summer. We didn't. Sounds like he's going to sign with City by the sounds of it now. So we've missed out on Gahey. Is there like what do we do now? Because we desperately need another centre back. You know, Van Dijk's not in form. He's lost his form. Maybe he picks it back up next season. We don't know. You know, that's that's just predicting the future. But we need something. We need to change or bring in a player or something because it's currently not working now. We have now drawn 4 games and lost one out of our last 5. That's 4 points out of 15. 4 points out of 15 games. Out of 15 points available in our last 5 games. That's just not acceptable, in my opinion. You look at the goal difference or the goals scored for Arsenal. They've scored 40 goals, conceded 14. City have scored 47 goals, conceded 21. They're both sitting on 26 goal difference, plus 26 goal difference. We're sitting on plus 3. So, you know, Slot's got to be under so much pressure now. I mean, people were calling for him at Christmas time. I thought, give him January if we make any transfers. You know, that might help help the team. But we're now 25 days into January. We have more days left, and the board have made no peep on any transfer moves, and Slot's at risk of losing his job, in my opinion. But yeah, I'd like to see your guys' thoughts. Comment down below. I'll read some of the comments. But yeah, it's not looking good. Hopefully things can change. In an ideal world, hopefully Slot can turn it around, but yeah, it's not looking great. But I'll probably make another video next weekend, maybe. But yeah, leave your comments down below. I'll reply to them, read them. If I think they're worth replying to, I'll reply to them. But yeah, if you guys want to keep up to date on Liverpool Football Club news, subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. Leave a like if you agree with my take on where the team are at the moment. And I'll see you guys in